What is up, metalheads and world of YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Nostalgia Trip. Sorry, we're on a couple minutes behind technical difficulties, but we're here, we're live, and we're excited. I am your host. You may know me as the Red Ranger in some of these communities, but my name is RJ, and I love Disney Channel original movies, and that's what this show is for, at least to start with. Here on Nostalgia Trip, we like to just do watch-alongs of old movies that give us the good feels. This first year, we're going to be focusing on Disney Channel original movies. And today we have a special treat, but even a more special treat is who I have with me as today. That is my good friend in Ranger fandom. That is Timothy Smith. Tim, it's great to see you, my good friend.
Yeah. Hopefully you like the new setup here. Went on a splurging spree, but yeah, I'm ready to watch some Power Rangers. RJ, this is what you promised me, right?
Absolutely not. That I did not make any such promises. But I do enjoy that Lightspeed Megazord back there. That was my favorite Zord. Oh no, wait, that is the Mighty Morphin Zord. I thought it was Lightspeed. I thought it was Lightspeed. I don't know. I saw the cannons, and I thought they were the little lasers on the top of that. But let's get into what we're really here for. What we are here for is another, I would say this is another Disney Channel original movie staple, and that is Zenon, Girl of the 21st Century. So, Tim, I always like to ask my guests first, what is it about this movie that, like, always takes you on a nostalgia trip?
I was always, when I was a kid, this was 99, so I was still my younger years before I got really old, like now. I loved everything space. I loved just anything like that, a good futuristic story. Zenon, like, I saw it when I was a kid on the Disney Channel advertised. I was like, okay, I'll watch it, see what it's about. It's one of those, just like every other one that's come out. It sucks you in. It's a good fun time, good fun story. And most of the cast you can pick out, oh, I saw you here. Now you're doing this. I've always just loved this, and it spawned two other movies. Maybe the third one wasn't needed, but
No, yeah, absolutely. I reciprocate that sentiment. At this time in 1999, especially since it did come out in 1999, and we were getting ready for the turn of the millennium. You come out with this one talking about the 21st century. We were about to go into it. At this point, we were a little less than a year away, and it was like, what does the future hold? And this kind of gave us, kind of like I'm not saying it's to the same caliber, so nobody start firing at me, but like it's like what Back to the Future did with its sequel when it came out. Like, it showed, like, what do we think the future is going to be like at this point in time? So we know that didn't come to pass, but Zenon still has a few years.
I was going to say we still have some time.
Yeah, this was based in 2049, so we still have 28 years, or no, I can't do math. 38.
RJ, we have to get cracking on some GoFundMe's then, because there's some technology in this movie we need to crack.
I mean, they basically have Terra Venture up there, so we definitely need to get cracking on that. But let's go ahead, and we're going to get started just in a minute for everybody who is going to join us in watching. Like I said, not really doing this like as any kind of paid advertising, but we are using Disney Plus's group watch for this. It makes it super easy to watch movies with your friends. You don't have to worry about all pressing play at the same time. You send out the invite as long as you have Disney Plus. You sync everybody up. When you hit play, everything stays synced up, and it makes it really nice. Everyone can pause at the same time. Everyone can hit play at the same time. It catches you up. If you fall behind, it catches you up and things like that. So it's really nice. If you haven't used it, it's always great to use with friends, especially still in these COVID heavy times. Maybe you're not going out as much, but let's go ahead. So I already started. So it is on 0-0 right now. So for anybody who's going to be watching with us at home, in 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay. I was wondering why I had a black screen.
Yeah.
Oh, that creepy little doll.
She was apparently good at those.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why it keeps making it start over again. I apologize.
Yeah.
Keeps starting over.
I don't know why.
Tim, just don't touch anything.
I'm not.
Okay, good. And it's probably just a buffering issue, but we'll get over it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so starring Kirsten Storms, the voice of Bonnie for Kim Possible fans out there.
Yeah.
April 18th, 2049 is when this movie took place.
We still got some years then.
Oh, yeah. Man, there are a lot of syncing issues tonight. I don't know what it is.
Oh.
What do you think you'd volunteer for this, like to live on a moon base, like as an experiment, like to live?
What, like in like a space station like this? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's weird though. Like if you think about it, just the technology that goes into this. Like I watched this maybe. I think it was like the first month I got Disney Plus. And you watch it as an adult, you're just like, the science in this, you got to think like, you have gravity like you do space. I mean, like you do Earth in space, and yeah, they do that with a synchronistic space station, which you'll see here from this shot.
And there's that shot of Earth of like, oh, we're in space. You didn't see that coming. No, we all didn't see the previews that were like, hey, this movie takes place in space, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's Terra Venture. I'm sorry. Come on.
That's like a section of Terra Venture.
It's like Terra Venture met Star Trek. Like, it's really like Power Rangers meets Star Trek.
Yeah. And I think we all can relate to this as a kid because, I mean, this was me. I was always just late and just not wanting to do school.
I apologize, viewers, if you guys end up ahead of us. It skipped for us a little bit. We're literally we're still watching some things. She's about to get her lunch, if that helps anybody. She's literally knocking on the door to get a bar. Dehydrated astronaut food, I'm assuming. Like, you know, because, you know, that's all we knew about being able to eat food in space was like, you got to eat dehydrated food.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that for like someone like that. Like, it's one thing to say like volunteering, because I do feel for her, like kind of in the movie, like all she knows is living in space.
Yeah.
Like they say she left Earth when she was 5. I definitely don't remember a lot of things from when I was 5. So to imagine that's crazy. Like,
yeah, it's basically this is her life. Yeah.
Yeah, this is her life.
I always love Commander Plank.
I like him in Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves.
Yeah,
as the Selinsky brother.
Mm-hmm.
I really like him in that movie.
But like you said, this is like Star Trek right here. This is what Geordi and Data would do, right? Like, yeah.
The fact that a child is allowed to know the intricacies of this space station, that she's like, oh yeah, I can crawl to the vents and get around this.
Well, it's not like she knows. She knows, you know.
I mean, all I'm saying is like, if her dad was like an engineer on the ship, maybe I'd understand it a little bit more. But they're scientists. They're just regular old scientists.
Yeah.
Raven Simone, That's So Raven.
Yeah. And Raven.
Oh, it's based on a book. Oh, that's right. It was based on a book.
I think they had I thought they had one of the screenwriters was one of the book authors, I thought. I can't remember.
I like that. President Chelsea Clinton. That was one of the... Look, AirPods before there were AirPods.
Yeah.
That's what she's got. So one prediction down. We have AirPods. We can put that on the checklist of things Zenon got right.
Still, 90s internet, though.
Yeah, 90s monitors. We're gonna play it off.
That's why I couldn't be a teacher. I would have started messing with her. Like, oh, really?
I know you would think like that futuristic. He'd have access to the computer and be like, really? Because this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Random redheaded friend.
Movie
who, like, does
mark.
nothing this entire movie.
Don't worry, she didn't do anything for the other two either.
I love the lingo that is invented for this world. Like, even when they get to Earth, I'm like, nobody talks like that.
Food replicators. I mean,
that's what I'm assuming. That's like, and it's horrible food they replicate. It looks like a rice ball.
What's
black beans? I'm gonna assume those are black beans.
Why are they blue?
Actually, like, I used to work in a kitchen. When you make black beans, they look very purple when you cook them. Okay. They look very purple.
Is it like them sitting out, they get like darker or something?
Nah, just, most things just really aren't black. You call it black because that's the closest thing it's to. Like a blackberry. You crush a blackberry, it's purple in your hand. Like,
yeah. Okay.
Trying to be
puns.
Space puns.
Because we kind of ripped off Aliens a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yes, the small fire. Okay, so 27 years old. So that means we actually have until, if this is 2049, that actually means we're
2022.
late. So that's next year. So they need to put something up in next year. Scientists of the world, get on it, or else Zenon is wrong, and you ruin yet another piece of Hollywood movie for it.
Elon Musk still has time, RJ.
He still has time. I wonder, like, what exactly they're doing with bone marrow density.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because of, if you look at what your body, how it reacts in space minus gravity, you can understand it.
I guess. Yeah.
Keyword, don't fuck this up, kid.
Yeah, what he really wanted to say, but this is a Disney Channel movie. Don't screw up.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Zenon. Floating rat. I wonder how flashing lights sterilize you. But we could use that now in COVID world.
Yeah.
Retro fire.
Okay, but to be honest, you're walking around like Earth's gravity.
Yeah. You know what? I think if you played a drinking game of how many times major is said in this movie, you'd be gone.
Probably the first 25 minutes, if you're a strong drinker.
Mm-hmm. You know, she does a lot of like restricted fun. I wonder what they do for actual fun up in a space station.
Yeah, it's why you break your shit. Wait, Quake back in 35. Huh.
We'll see if there's an earthquake in 2035.
Yeah. It's only Ohio.
Okay, antimatter tornado seems a little extreme. That would be like instant death. I thought that was going to be a real thing. Instead of flash drives, I thought we were going to have like their mini disc. Yeah. I thought we were eventually going to go to that. I thought it was going to be like memory cards, like you carry them around in a little case, just like pocket little disc.
Give it time. I think we're getting closer and closer to that. Why? It's just restricted access.
Yeah, we're doing a thing that only like 40 years ago could only be done by a trained professional who's been training for like, I don't know, 5 years.
You know, people got floated for less than the 100.
I want to stab her. Just for saying that. I want to.
Yeah, because you're going to notice that in a vacuum of space.
Well, actually, I would think like when there's no gravity, you're just floating. You're going to feel if somebody goes, huh?
Okay, but what if they're like trying to play it off and it's like, you know?
Well, you're not really going to notice. The tether is connected. I would assume it's like on an automatic, like press a button and it starts pulling you in.
And also too, like even depressurized, that would still have like a little bit of a suction opening that door.
Like, see what I mean? So like, I'm assuming she's supposed to be like 13 here.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not 100%, but let's play it safe and say she's 13, which means she's only been on this space station for 8 years. How do they know where to go to find the place where people can go spacewalking?
Well, the one kid said his dad.
But that's what I'm saying. He has all the codes to all the restricted areas, but that doesn't necessarily mean he knows where everything is.
Unless his dad showed him.
I guess, yeah. But yeah, like, that's what I noticed about one thing with Disney Channel movies. Kids who are not the main characters are so gullible. Oh, like, yeah. No, you don't have to give her the codes at all. I always thought it was the commander who caught her.
No, it was her dad caught her.
Oh, yeah. I always thought it was the commander. Untether, quick. Just float into space. Don't feel so bad. See what I mean? Yeah, see, he pressed a button and it just starts reeling her in.
Just untether and watch the Astro mega ship come in and save her.
You know, dude, Disney Channel missed out on a big opportunity. They still owned Power Rangers. They could have made Forever Red a Disney Channel original movie, and it could have been glorious.
In 99?
No, I'm just saying they still owned Power Rangers when that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Wild Force was the last season before they took over. But still, they could have done they could have made a badass Power Rangers movie. But I guess since Power Rangers wasn't on Disney Channel, it was on.
Yeah. I don't think they never had like a real good belief in that too when they bought it.
Oh, look, there, she's 13. She actually
Yeah.
said, okay, there we go. That helped me.
See, she takes after her dad and her aunt on her mother's side that acts just like this.
Yeah.
It really skipped a person here.
Well, no, the aunt's kind of cautious like the mom, isn't she?
To a point, but she has Zenon moments.
Oh yeah, the stress.
Oh, what does that remind me of? From what? That always reminded me. I think it was from a Star Trek episode.
Yeah. The stress helmet. And her dad is like nothing like this in any of the other movies.
Yeah.
I always forget that there's actually a name for the band, like rather than just
Protozoa.
Yeah, like nonchalant, like I wasn't just about to jump in the trash.
He doesn't seem creepy at all.
Neither does his name. She wanted to call him out so bad for saying the band name wrong. Like,
I know it's a kids movie, but they didn't have to dumb it down so bad for he's evil when he's like, yes.
I mean, I think it's they're all wearing bright colors, and he comes in a black suit. Doesn't tell you like evil bad guy.
Yeah, it's weird how they dress. I always thought, but
She's very verbal. What are y'all eating?
it looks like chocolate pudding.
I mean, I'm sure that's what's actually in the cup, but what is it supposed to be?
I'm just gonna stick with chocolate pudding. It's too scary to think about it. Yes, kids, nothing bad happens in trash compactors.
Right. And of course, there's escape ladders because they expect people to jump down into the compactor.
Now, if that was a real trash compactor, that'd be like goop and slime and shit.
Well, they did say it was more of a recycle thing, so I'm assuming it's not like just normal. Yeah, see, it says recycling bin.
Yeah.
So, it's not supposed to put trash in there. And I'm guessing, in this future, people actually pay attention to that and actually put recycling in the recyclables. And I would know because I can do a lot of these. Still a clever girl, though.
Oh, yeah.
See, even in the future, teachers are unappreciated. No, you don't get to go to space. You will teach by hologram.
I'm waiting for that day.
I mean, it kind of almost happened with COVID.
Yeah.
I'd already be wasted by now if we did the major drinking game, because damn. Don't wink at a 13-year-old, you creep.
This is before the time we're in now, RJ.
And then why would you wink and smile at her and then go mad right before she's like, but I'm also watching you.
Yeah. Yeah, she's making a real effort, Mom.
Yep. I don't. I think it's overrated, honestly. I think even though the third movie's not that good, it still has a better song than Zoom Zoom.
I mean, I never did this with like music contests, but for like PlayStation contests when they came out at that time,
mm-hmm.
I was waiting by the phone every 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Of course you won. You're the main character. Like they don't know.
You would think at this point, security. Back with our 90s computers.
I mean, it's just because the time it was made. I mean, when you think about it, like, look at Star Wars. The
Yeah.
prequels look more advanced than the sequels because they were made less. You would think this girl would have been smart enough to like record him, like to get some more proof.
Yeah. And then how he loses this too is just
How she ends up with it is just one of those,
yeah.
like, let's just pretend that that's not the biggest coincidence.
Yeah.
And now I'm screwed. Okay. I lost something like that once, so it's not that hard to believe. But if it made that much of a noise and no one else was around, come on, you didn't hear that?
Yeah. I mean, it's just so like klutzy, I guess. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's a Disney movie, but
yeah. Oh, this was I was thinking of. This is where Plank catches her.
Yeah, Plank catches her the second time.
Yeah. Like, hey, still my daughter.
But you watch it as an adult, you're thinking, okay, so should security have made like a big advance up too?
Yeah.
Drink.
most literal use of this word ever. Like, see, that was supposed to be funny for the use of the word, but like I said, like you could actually imagine how dramatic that is. Like,
I mean, her whole life, and then
yeah, like it's like being sent to another country, like because you're in that much trouble.
That's not important.
Really, no one else found that before that moment.
You would think like a janitor, like, huh?
I should clean that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, $500 million.
Well, that's an improvement. We can now do it under billions of dollars.
Thank you, rich person.
I mean, that is interesting design for that shuttle. So
right. I mean, it kind of looks like Mega Voyager 2, but you know, we're gonna get in as many Power Ranger references as we can today. Oh man, used a real quote, bro.
While she's wearing her defensive death device on her back.
I don't think it's that. Isn't it just like information they didn't want people to find? Oh no, it is. You're right. It's the viruses. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, technically, information of the virus, I guess you could say.
Don't drink the water.
You go to Mexico?
My ex-parents. That's how upset we are. You're no longer my parents. I break up with you.
Fast forward once we get to Smart House. Remember that quote for later, kids.
So, like, how would they have got you down there if he didn't? Just out of curiosity, if you're saying it's such a big favor, how did you intend to get her to Earth?
Escape pod? The universe of Earth's orbit, yes.
I know, right? I was about to say, like, don't y'all just orbit Earth? That's not really traveling the universe.
Yeah. They need 2 more movies for that, and then we get into that.
You know, actually, for all we know, maybe that's like a thing it does. Like it goes out, it comes back to Earth to resupply, it goes back out.
Then it would be Terra Avenger, except it never came back.
Yeah. But it did its mission. It found a new habitable planet.
With one piece of it making it, yeah.
It's a leisure shuttle. It's not a super sophisticated shuttle. This is a leisure shuttle. Don't have to wear a spacesuit. Sit back and relax and enjoy it like a plane ride.
Now you kind of have to think about re-entry now at this point that we're adults.
Hey, it's the future. They figured it out somehow. I know.
It's just hard to watch from kid to adult at times.
Yeah, like you want to question those things now.
Yeah. I feel like Neil deGrasse Tyson watching Interstellar.
I would love to see Neil deGrasse Tyson watch this and him just be like, oh, there's so many wrong.
I would
I'd actually rather him see the second one when they actually deal with aliens and just see how he feels about that.
Was that the second one or third one?
That's the second one. The third one, they deal with the goddess of the moon.
Oh, yeah, the space race on the moon. Yeah.
Yeah. With Dustin from Ninja
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's when I found out he was Australian because I had no idea. Or New Zealand. I don't know. Was he?
I think New Zealand.
Well, I just know they get offended if you confuse them.
Yeah. I'm friends with Malcolm and Jake, I know.
Yeah. I sneezed so hard, it took me down. It was my first sneeze ever. Touch me. This is
because
so
gravity
heavy. I
is
hate
so
gravity.
different.
I like the use of the camera showing like this is how hard it feels for her. That's a good use of camera angles right there. Like this is what she's going through.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, bitch. And then she said back, bye, ho. And then he said, son of a bitch.
I didn't fuck up. I swear.
No, there's no problem. She doesn't have things that could jeopardize our entire plan.
What things? Don't worry about it.
Sometimes I just wish some of these villains were like Ultron, like, oh, great, because I want to take this time to explain my diabolical plan to you.
Power Rangers villains. Is that a Pepsi logo in the back?
I would not be surprised at all.
Why couldn't you brought the old, like, been like a car retrospective and the old Bug?
I don't know what that means. Dude, everyone has Volkswagen Beetles. I wonder how much Volkswagen like got for this movie.
Oh yeah.
Flying ship over the water, a regular yacht and a flying yacht. Hey, look, it's the small soldiers guy.
I know.
You know what's crazy? So that chick is from Alley Cat Strike.
Mm-hmm.
And she's tiny in that movie. So either in this movie, everyone is super short because this came out first. So I'm like, everyone in this movie must have been hella short then because she looks tiny in Alley Cat Strike.
Yeah. Well, they might have gave her like platform shoes or something. I mean,
I don't know, man, but notice me, cute guy. I'm insulting the other girl you find attractive.
That's how you can tell this is a 90s movie.
This makes me wonder, what year did Small Soldier come out? Because he's like looks a little younger. But I could have sworn that movie came out in the 90s.
I want to say 2000, 2001.
Let's see. I'm going to look that up real quick.
Well, no, maybe
98.
98, yeah.
This came out before this.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, she said you ugly. I said, bitch. But I was hungry.
I mean, they did a decent job with trying to make it look futuristic, though. Like mixing it with like the.
Apparently, in the next 28 years, everybody will be driving a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yes. And it will sound like an electric car. What are flowers?
Like SpongeBob. I meant it for your soul. I don't have a soul. Let me put away the MacGuffin of this movie. Just for a little bit.
Yeah. Until we get the smart kid to figure out what's on it.
Hey, you notice that the smartest kid in space and on Earth are African American? I don't know if they were trying to send a message back then or something, but yeah.
Yeah.
The smartest kid in space and on Earth, African American. Good for them. If anyone wants to take that as racist, I apologize. It's just something I noticed. That does kind of have to suck for her because she makes it seem like they're the only family she has and they live in space.
Yeah. And she jumps in trash compactors.
Yeah. You're my hero. I wonder what she does that she has this super nice house.
What?
Damn! V-chip in the phone.
That's a big ass phone, though.
Dude, can you imagine if a smartphone could do that? Like if you could get a kid a smartphone and they literally could never add contacts or make calls except to you?
Ooh. Well, can't you already do that with phones?
I don't know if you can block someone from making a contacts. I don't know. I know you can control like what they get on the internet, what apps they can download, things like that.
Yeah.
My poor cousin has that name, and I'm like, why the mean girl got to be Margie? My cousin Margie's the sweetest.
The mean girls are always Margie or Susan or something.
Why is swimming such a big deal in the 90s? Like the 13th year, this movie, everybody swims.
Mm-hmm.
I like she blows him a kiss. Like, I don't remember doing that at 13. Who blows kisses?
Well, this is also the 90s too, so.
I mean, okay, fair enough. But still, I mean, like, I wasn't that far behind it. 99, okay, I was 7.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, I swam in space. That's how this works, right?
Now someone's going to make a meme of
hey,
this.
where was the teacher, trying to save the student? Why did another student have to jump in and save her?
That's
where
a good
was
point.
The teacher?
Because she wasn't that far away either. She took like 3 steps like that way.
Yeah. I like how his hair is perfect coming out of that water. Perfectly slicked back. My hair never looks like that coming out of the water.
No.
Tim doesn't have hair.
Yeah, because mine just does this. It just grows this way.
I'm trying to remember like what her explanation is for letting it get that hot again. Because like, why would you let something get to almost 300 degrees Celsius?
Space conditions.
Oh, that's what it was, Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay. International Meet American.
What is this? Fruit? I like how that kid is like just like waiting in front of the camera, like I can't interact with her.
The kid behind her is great. He's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
$175 for 2 pieces of fruit and a jug of juice, which I miss those. I love those jugs of juice.
Yeah.
But she picked a horrible flavor. I'm not crazy, right? That is the dude from Small Soldiers, right?
Yeah, that's the kid from.
Now I'm gonna double check because, like, I'm like, he looks so much younger than he does in Small Soldiers.
I don't know. He looks kind of older in this one.
Not to be. He's also in The Patriot, which I love.
Oh yeah,
he's the first son that dies.
Yeah, the one with the little soldiers that he melts down to the mustard.
Gregory Smith.
Yeah.
Hey, he's Canadian.
Oh, he is? Huh.
Well, he has citizenship in both, but he's born in Canada.
Huh. See, Brooklyn, you can go from Small Soldiers to
Small Soldiers, Zenon, Patriot, and those literally those 3 movies came out right after each other.
Because that looks like a couple of years for the Patriot, though. That's weird.
Yeah, and even in the Patriot, he looks older than he does right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only 1 year later. But then again, we don't know when these were actually filmed.
Yeah.
And he was, let's see, he was born in 83. So at this time he was about like 13, 14. So he was at that age where you go through the biggest changes really quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I guess I can understand that. Hello there, Malcolm. I see you there. Hello there, sir.
Wait, 83? So
yeah, by
damn, he's old.
99, he was like 16, 17.
Yeah, he's older than me then. Shit.
So he must have like, damn, dude, homeboy does not look no 16, 17. Like,
Well, I mean, if you look at Cobra Kai, I mean, none of them are teenagers. They're all in their 20s.
That's true. He's a lot older than me than I thought. Mm-hmm. He's got like almost 10 years on me.
He's got 3 on me.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember those internet safe boards. I remember those.
Yeah. Yeah, so apparently we have the technology to get into space, but our computers are still crap. That's what they said about the future of this one. We still use ergonomic keyboards.
and mouse and ball mouses.
That guy got to kiss a lot of cute girls when he was an actor. Got to kiss her, got to kiss Kirsten Dunst.
Oh, yeah. I forgot she was in Small Soldiers.
Yep.
I mostly love that just from the toys.
Horses.
No, animatronic.
Oh, he's in Hobo with a Shotgun.
Home Alone with a Shotgun?
Hobo with a Shotgun. I've heard of it.
Huh.
I've heard of it. I just can't remember like where from, but I heard it's like a pretty fun movie to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he actually knew like how to be around horses, because like apparently horses like legit smell fear and will like buck on you.
Yeah. When I worked security at the racetrack, it was they could tell.
Yeah. Pogo. Either he's really tall or that's a really small horse.
And he had to have training because horses are not that comfortable around somebody they don't know.
Yeah, I want to know how tall he was here, because like that has to be a small horse, because like horses I've seen are gigantic.
They range, though. They range in size.
But then again, I can understand you're putting like a supposed, so he's only like, like maybe 16 at the point they're filming this. She's maybe around the same age. I don't know. I didn't look up her birthday. You probably put, we're going to put a small horse with y'all because.
Yeah. It's about the size of a racing horse, so they're only a couple
That sounds
years
about
old.
right. Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, most racing horses are like 2 years old at most. Just don't slap the horse.
You know what? I thought she said that cat phrase way more often than she does. That's only the second time she has said it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I always thought it was Zetas when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like she said Zetus, not Cetus. But Cetus makes no sense. That's an actual constellation.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this conveniently romantic Spock I know to find as a 13-year-old.
maybe he has a brother that showed him.
I want to be like, well, this is actually a lake. Those are stationary bikes. That's not the same thing. Because you've never had fried food. I looked at everything on that table. You're just fried food.
She's discovering junk food. This is
exactly, basically, yeah. I mean, she doesn't know any other way. Yeah, like she doesn't know any other way.
Mm-hmm.
That bitch. You ordered all this food and you're not going to eat it? I'm taking it all to go.
I'll give you the onion rings. I don't like those.
You know what I like doing with onion rings? Putting them in my burger.
Oh.
Oh yeah, dude. Go to Whataburger. For those of you who don't know, Whataburger is the burger place to be in Texas. Go to Whataburger, get a side of onion rings with a double bacon cheeseburger.
Even though technically you were born on Earth.
Why are all these kids so smart? Why are we all hackers? I hate you guys. Why do Disney kids get to be so smart? No, my Judy Buffy. You know what I wonder? How did turning that into an earring not fuck up the disc? Sorry for the cursing.
Yeah, that unless maybe when she made it, she put it like in a casing or something.
No, but like I said, like to make it an earring, she had to like put a hole in it to make it hang, right?
Unless she put it in a casing that had like a hook for
it. I guess. I don't know. I think Nebula, like the way she described, like her making all her jewelry, like she found the disc and turned it into an earring. Not, oh, I found a case for it so I could protect it. Like she thought it was a recycled disc, so she was like, I'm just gonna.
Yeah. We're thinking too much, RJ.
No, these are the time to ask these questions, like you said, when you're an adult. Had an alpha time. I'm gonna start using that when I go back to college. Alpha time here, guys.
Kiss her, you fool.
Excuse to touch her face. Nice. It's a little creepy, but I still like this kid's style. A way to just throw yourself under the bus, and I'm terrible with men. Once again, this kid can apparently just do this on this crappy laptop. Like,
I remember these laptops because my uncle who sold computers in the 90s had one like this, and it was so horrible.
You know what I just realized? His name in the movie is his real name.
Oh, really?
Greg.
Huh. Wow. And there goes Zenon wandering off.
See, that's got it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're obviously looking over like a river or a lake. So I'm like, when she said I never saw the ocean, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the lake that this is clearly being filmed by.
Yeah.
It's probably the only thing I can think of because it happens a lot. Like, from what I understand, they didn't have a name for his character, and then they casted him, and they're like, you know, Gregory's a good name. Let's just call the character Gregory.
Yeah.
We're like, damn, he's from Earth. He should have a normal name. Greg's a normal name. Let's call him Greg.
Yeah.
Or like Andrew. Andrew's a smart person sounding name. Let's call him Andrew. I like how he's not more upset that that thing effed up his computer.
It basically just fries the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like you'd probably step away from it too if that was happening.
That's yeah, the virus
no,
that
dude, it's
just
totally fine.
Yeah.
It's not. And now you're putting it on a school computer. You don't. By the way, you owe me $700.
How did you do an undo file when it fried your
Because I'm that smart.
Well, if Billy can build a flying car, why not?
Yeah. Oh no, that's not what I'm saying.
no, it's gonna gonna
you
blow
got
up.
effed.
Yeah.
School's about to start and it's already that bright outside. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Jealous major. How could I make this up? And also, like, I have two friends here with me who will back me up that they've seen this and it's real.
Yeah.
You don't even know these people. Why would they lie to you?
Well, technically only one now because he was like, I'm out.
Fair enough. I like how we can't just say antivirus like what it actually is. It has to be an undo file.
Future talk.
I like how you're not concerned that your daughter's hanging out with a guy at all. There it is.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Oreo. Spelled to try to make it not seem like I named this guy after a cookie.
She's getting more time than Phasma got with the Star Wars trilogy.
What parents did her mother have that the sister is Judy and she's Astrid? Because
your daughter told you what's wrong.
You want to make out?
Oh yeah, because I kind of forgot. I think she uses this to steal the jet.
Yeah. No, remember she goes with Protozoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she. See, that's what she tries to do. Like,
okay.
And then he turns on her, and then it's
She
like, what are we supposed to do now? And then that's stupid. You haven't trusted in this whole movie. Why right now are you like, oh yeah, let's trust him? I know they're just kids, but I would have punched that dude.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look, we rollerbladed scooter still because it's the 90s. But technically it's 2049, but whatever.
And we make it sound futuristic.
Yeah. So that means for this movie, that means it was 50 years in the future.
Yeah. Yep.
Speaking of which, we're like 4 years away from SPD, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to meet some aliens and start a police force with them. Oh, she gives him the fake one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right.
I was saying that earlier and I stopped myself because for first time viewers. You have voice activated software.
He has a, what's that called? Natural dragon before dragon?
Yeah.
You idiot.
Because you owe me a computer.
Nebulator. I'm pretty sure she wasn't supposed to say attitude thrusters. Maybe altitude thrusters. But
yeah.
She's like, oh, cute boy next to you. Hey, focus. That's a lot of pressure to put on your friend. Sorry, figure it out.
But you can't track a runaway letter. You can track a runaway video.
Again, so you know how to use video cameras, yet you couldn't record the dude when he was stealing the thing and help yourself with all this.
Yeah.
I am surprised this kid can still get a hold of that code pad. This kid should be in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Are we dead? I feel like there's that one person like, are we dead?
What the hell is that game?
I have no freaking idea. Hey, this is no time to be romantic. There are lives in danger. Oh, okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
It can't be a Disney movie without it.
No, I can think of a couple Disney movies that have no romantics whatsoever. 'Twas the Night. I don't think it has anything.
Brink, I don't think had any. Yeah.
Not really. No, you're right. You're right. Brink doesn't.
They just have moments with the father and son. That's about it.
Yeah. And we all can't wait for Brink because there's a Power Ranger in that one.
Yes. And I hope whoever you get makes a lot of so weird references.
Right? So many.
Yeah.
The two main guys are from So Weird. I hate the world. It's got an autopilot. That car.
But you still have to pop it in neutral to sneak it out.
Really? You've been here the whole time and now you decide to have this argument with me when we're leaving. Damn, he laid it out. See, like right there, she looks kind of short. Wouldn't it be nice?
Well, they somewhat have it.
Yeah, but I mean, to the point where you could actually like basically take a nap on the car ride to work.
Yeah.
Like, more like who does it better? Minority Report.
Well, so did Demolition Man.
They did. And iRobot.
Yeah.
You literally have evidence In your hand. Because we can't say dead.
Yeah. I don't know, because you sound like a bitch.
No. Why? I like how he pauses for that rhetorical question. Oh, yeah. It's a pretty smart aunt. Like, she's got to be going there.
Yeah.
That actually is a big deal. First rock band in space.
Yeah.
I know this kid. I gotta look up who he is. I know this kid.
The kid driving?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he's been in a couple other Disney movies.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yo, dude,
What?
it's X-Ray
Oh, shit.
from
Okay.
Holes. That's why he looks familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and that was his last movie.
Really?
He has not done a movie since then.
Wow.
A movie. Actually, according to this, yeah, he hasn't done like a TV show or anything since then.
Huh.
Let's see what it says he's up to. No, it doesn't really say anything. It's just like, yeah, he was on TV in a couple episodes of TV shows, but he's most known for Holes.
Huh.
But that's why he looks so familiar. I'm like, here, take these. I like that he checks, though. I like
Yeah.
that he checks. He's like, hey, wait a minute. You're telling the truth. I love this dude. I was so mad when he wasn't in the third one.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's just like, I'm just gonna buy him off.
Yeah, have some of these free drinks, man. I said, dude, I love Protozoa, man. He's so dope. I was so glad I found the gif of him going on the space shuttle. It just made
Oh
me.
yeah.
I wonder if he actually sings the songs.
That is the worst security guard ever.
Okay? Sweet. Why? Why would that keep any fingers from pointing at you?
Okay, she stepped up on a stool or something there.
I think like she was on a step and so was he. So when he stepped up one step, she like
Oh,
backed up
okay.
one step.
He's just like that crazy nut job rock and roll artist.
Yeah.
I love how all three of them just like.
I like how the shuttle doors weren't closed and they were able to just get on. It's literally about to launch. Why were the doors still open to let people on? I like how we try to look like we accidentally fell into this door. Whee!
Blast a closed door.
Foiled again. Makes me think of the adult villains from Kids Next Door, which I can't wait to start binging now that it's on HBO Max.
Oh yeah. Oh, they put that on there.
Oh yeah, dude. They just added a bunch of Cartoon Network ones. But as soon as I saw Kids Next Door, I was like, add.
You guys remember there's like a shuttle coming up too, right?
Oh no, they say attitude thrusters too. What the hell? What the hell is an attitude thruster? That's another thing I forgot to look up. Honey, we shrunk her. Like how? When was? Dang, Honey, we shrunk ourselves was before this too.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, 97.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because the first one was
89.
what? Yeah,
And then Honey, we blew up the Honey we
baby.
yeah.
Honey, I blew up the baby.
Yeah, Honey, we blew up the baby, right?
I think it's Honey, I blew up the baby. I think.
Yeah, I always used to think it was Honey, and it's not baby actually, it's kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a common like mistake that everybody makes. 92.
Oh, okay. I just remember Carrie Russell's really hot in there. Yeah. So.
Hey, it's on Disney Plus too. I like that one.
Oh yeah.
Carrie Russell is really hot in that one.
Yeah.
You know who I always thought was really hot? The sister from the first one.
Oh yeah.
Like you see her for a little bit in the Honey I Blew Up the Kid one, but I really liked her.
It's like that much time flew by.
You know what's crazy though? In Honey We Shrunk Ourselves, how they never reference to the fact that Adam is that kid.
Yeah.
Like you never talk about the fact of like Adam, because I get it, he's a baby, so he wouldn't remember. But I'm surprised they never referenced the fact, like, oh, the shrink ray. Yeah, let's not also forget about the time that you grew your son into a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you think Adam would know that about himself? Like, wait, what?
Unless he was just so young and maybe his mind.
But you think someone would have told him about it? Like someone would.
I can understand wanting to keep that away. Like
a week before I was born. Well, that makes
just like,
go,
hey, what's up?
She's like, look, I'm in space and I'm not dead. What's up, lady? I like how they say they need to leave immediately, yet they still leave the shuttle to go find her.
Who run? Okay. Who runs like that in space? Seriously. The station's gonna blow up. Who cares?
See, like, I thought they were trying to get out of there, and now they're just like, okay, there it is. Like, I need emergency refueling. Okay.
Yeah.
See, if you knew Plank was going to believe you, you're not important right now.
I need the brain.
Okay, at least he's not a super genius.
Yeah.
There's no time for jokes, boy. We are about to die. There's no time to be cute. See what I mean? How like their redheaded friend was completely unnecessary? She's not even there in the like absolute moment of danger.
They brought the other one.
Yeah, they brought the other random friend, but
What'd you do? Plant a bomb?
oh no, she put the virus in the shuttle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which when did she have time to do that? When did she have time to get into the cockpit and do that?
Unless maybe when it docked it. And you believe that?
I'd be crying. Like, be like, screw it. We have 30 seconds. Like, fuck. Let her do what she's gonna do.
They always cut these so short in every movie, not just back then.
I like how there's no explanation of how she finally got the right code in.
Yeah.
Like, usually they do that. Like, what is it? That's it.
And it was that
like
fast.
How the computer questions it. Like, holy crap, we're okay. You saved the world. I believe you.
It takes one redheaded woman to arrest those two.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Fight her? She's supposedly like I'm assuming the space commanders have some kind of military background, so it's like, what are we gonna do? Run?
You would
There's no
think.
shuttle. The commander knows we screwed up. He's gonna tell everybody to hunt us down. We can't leave. This was a dumb plot twist.
I mean, you kind of figure.
Yeah, that's me. I did it. Recognize. And it's crazy when you think about like sequels and everything, because like in the sequel, she looks so much older, and it's literally supposed to be a year later.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think a full year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I think maybe like 9 months later they started production.
I think, yeah.
But then again, we could shoot movies back then that were like an hour and a half in 4 months, and it takes us 2 years now.
If Disney channels did anything right the whole time they've been on, is original songs for their movies. Like,
well, hell, for Smart House they used
oh yeah,
the 2 songs from that concert they had on Disney Channel with the ladies and the
that C'est La Vie song, and then they also used that other boy band song. Oh my god, what were they called?
What was it? Self High Five was the song?
High Five, I think, something like that. But yeah, the slam funk funk. Oh, dude, I can't wait till we watch that movie.
I just got her. Leave me alone. Hey, RJ, the redhead can talk.
Yes, I could. You're 13. Calm down. I like this bass player slapping the bass. You know what I just noticed? The blonde guy who was part of the band is nowhere to be seen. Like the guy she tried to give the drinks to, and the guy who like sees
yeah.
Or is he the drummer?
No, he wasn't the drummer.
Right? Like he's gone.
Maybe he was just like a gopher type of guy, maybe? He reminds me of like a rock star Austin Powers so much.
You know what I feel so bad about? I really didn't notice the change in characters, like for Nebula to the second movie. I didn't even think about it. I felt so bad.
Yeah, because it's not Raven.
Yeah, completely different chick. She comes back in the third one as like a cameo, but yeah, the second one isn't her. If I'm not mistaken, I think the second one is the girl from Color of Friendship.
Yeah.
I mean, you did stop everyone from dying, so I mean.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you can't even hear that tambourine, but whatever. Thank you, Sandy. I know we do.
And that's the last we see of Greg, because I don't think he's in the second one.
Yeah, no, he's just implied to, because that's her whole thing with Margie, is she thinks Margie had something to do with the fact that they don't talk. Next time on Power Rangers.
You're not wrong.
That was fun.
Oh,
I forgot
yeah.
how fun that movie was. So yeah, that was it. Tim, your thoughts after rewatching that movie?
It's like how I remember it when I was little, except you don't have as many questions, like how we were kind of like, but what about this? It's weird watching it with that the adult goggles on. You try to take them off and just enjoy it, but I mean, it's just how I remembered it. It's a good little space story, growing kid type of thing. So
I gotta say it's probably the same. Yeah, it's the problem with sci-fi movies. You always like to point out all the little plot holes in sci-fi movies, especially after you've seen them a few times.
I mean, just any movie from when you're a kid and seeing it now. But
see, I wasn't that harsh on High School Musical. I mean, as harsh. Yeah, Andy, we're done. We're so done. Do you see how long we've been on? We're so done.
Yeah, and this was and think about it. This was back when the Disney Channel movies were like 90 minutes at most. It's like that perfect time.
Well, actually, High School Musical, I was surprised, was like an hour 45. But yeah, you're right. This one was like hour and a half. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, because they fill that 2-hour slot, count all the commercials, boom. You get a good hour and a half movie. Mm-hmm. But like I said, the main reason I pick this movie is because next week, ladies and gentlemen, we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Zenon the sequel.
Oh,
and I'm super excited about that because that is actually my favorite of the trilogy, which I'll explain all of that next week. But thank you for everyone who tuned in today. If you're watching it later, thanks for jamming along with us. But yeah, and thank you, Tim, for joining me. Maybe I'll see you for Zenon the sequel. I don't know, but
anytime I could be on RJ, it's always fun. We didn't get as many Ranger references in. That's just we couldn't fit that many in, but we still jammed the quota. We got the quota. Just wanted to check. Yeah.
We made our quota for the day, and I'm sure with the sequel we can make some more references there. Definitely in the third one because there's literally a Power Ranger in it, so I feel like the third one is when we'll get a lot in there.
Actually, I still can't believe 20 years though.
There's so many Power Rangers in so many of these movies.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think around that time when they bought it, because the
later movies, they started. I mean, off the top of my head, Kira and Flynn are in You Wish.
Mm-hmm.
Tori is in Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior. Summer is in Johnny Capahala Back on Board.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, Dustin's in Z3.
I mean, in Disney Channel alone, they always reuse their actors. Like when we were talking about Brink, those two guys, they got the two best friends. They were in So Weird, and that was
best friends in So Weird. Literally. So yeah, but so that does it for this episode of Nostalgia Trip. I hope you guys had a good time. Like I said, join us next week. Next week we will be doing the 20th anniversary of Zenon the sequel. I hope you guys tune in for that. But with that being said, we will see you guys next time for another Nostalgia Trip.